How do I pick the best Suboxone Generic strip? Sometimes, having too many choices makes life more difficult. Fortunately, when it comes to Suboxone Generics, this is not the case. While there have been generic Suboxone tablets for some time, we now have generic strips. And patients are excited about how good and how affordable these new strips are. Particularly, the new Mylan Suboxone Generic strip. Here is an article that discusses the release of generic Suboxone films. Price is everything. If you have been using opiates or opiates recently, you know that they are not cheap. Buying heroin on the streets and black market oxys can really add up. You may have even spent hundreds of dollars a day on street drugs to avoid getting sick. However, when you get clean, you do not want to spend so much on treatment. Now that you are living clean, you don't want to do the things you had to do to get all that money. And you want to start saving your money, not spending it all on treatment medication. Until recently, getting the Suboxone brand strips that dissolve under your tongue could cost as much as $600 per month or even more. That's crazy. Why is it so expensive? Cheaper than water. It has been said that drugs are cheaper than water before the price is wildly marked up. It is true that manufacturing a medication in bulk is not that expensive. Many generic drugs cost only a few dollars for a full month's supply, even after the pharmacies have marked them up for profit. While the new Mylan Suboxone Generic strip is not as cheap as it could be, it is a breath of fresh air to see prices drop so dramatically. It is time to end the price gouging. Now that we see that the Mylan Suboxone Generic strip is of the same quality as the brand Suboxone Film made by Indivior, it is clear that Indivior as the patent owner has been gouging its customers. While we understand that they have to make money to cover initial development costs, it somehow feels like they have been profiting from the misery of addiction. Buprenorphine, the main ingredient in Suboxone, has been around for decades. Suboxone was originally approved in 2002. We are in the midst of an opioid epidemic. It is time for medication prices to come down. What about the Indivior generic Suboxone strip? This is a good question. The company that owns the brand Suboxone and the original patent is also coming out with a more affordable generic. But how does this make sense? If they knew how to make it cheaper already, why didn't they do that earlier? Is their generic inferior to the brand? Why would it be if the same company makes it? We are not talking about cars here. It is not Lexus versus Toyota. A Toyota Corolla is a perfectly good car. If the difference is that you get less flashy colors on the packaging, then by all means, let us have the choice of as many affordable generics as possible. Therefore, we welcome the Indivior generic Suboxone Film to join the Mylan Suboxone Generic Film in the marketplace. In fact, we welcome many more alternatives and cost savings. Hopefully, many more lives can be saved now that these medications are more accessible to more people. The time has come to stop debating ridiculous topics such as Suboxone addiction and get to work, saving lives with Matt.